welcome back everyone to Beyond Our Universe Tarot. Tonight we are going to be looking at messages for Libra, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Please make sure that you check out the other videos for your rising and moon signs as well. I do weekly shows here, live readings every week here on the YouTube channel. And I do also have personal readings that are available at www.beyondouruniversetarot.com. Again, that's www.beyondouruniversetarot.com. All right, so let's take a look here at your messages, Libra, to see what lays in store for you for the month of March. All right. But please don't forget to hit that like button as well and share. And we're going to be taking a look here at the messages that Spirit has picked out specifically for you. Remember, we are in Mercury retrograde. We're in Mercury retrograde, I believe, until, I want to say, I think it's the 20th of this, well, not, maybe the 20th of this month. Yeah, I think it's the 20th of this month. So things are really kind of rough this retrograde, especially on February 28th when it started. A little bit of everything has been happening. Of course, you guys are probably aware, that, what's going on with Iran and everything. So I just pray for everyone to be safe and okay, and that we can finally get to a place of peace. That's what I'm really praying for. All right, but without further ado, everyone, we're going to go ahead and start taking a look at messages for Libra. All right, so let's take a look here and see what Spirit has in store for you. Oh, first, let me go ahead and ring the bell to clear off the energy. Please go ahead and turn your headphones down if you are listening to this, because it could be a little bit loud. So. All right, beautiful. All right, so we are going to go ahead and get started with the readings for Libra. Let us see what the theme of March has in store for you. What is the theme for this month, Spirit? Okay. All right, Libra, we have the card of, I'm not sure if you can see that, the card of pleasure. And I'm going to read that to you. We're going to look at that meaning to see what lays in store for you. Okay. All right. So, there we go. Okay. And I just want you to know that these messages are totally off the cuff. This video is unedited. So whatever messages come out tonight are messages that are meant to come out. So you don't even have to be Libra for these messages to resonate with you. If there's a particular message that resonates with your soul or spirit, please pay attention to it, because it can be the divine sending out a message directly for you. All right, so the card of pleasure is luscious meadow. So meadows are usually open, sunny places where flora and fauna thrive and flourish. They are havens, as the trees surrounding the meadow offer protection and shade for the grassy area. Traditionally, they are associated with openness, gentle calm, and relaxation. They are places where the weary traveler can stop and rest to renew his spirit. A meadow is a place where people as well as animals gather together to enjoy the simple pleasures of life. All right, so the sacred landscape wants you to know, Libra, to savor your life, each and every part of it. Take pleasure in slowing down and experiencing each of your senses. Taste your food with full gusto. Inhale the scents of the world around you. Enjoy the colors and textures of your life. This is truly a stop and smell the roses card. Embrace your sensuality. Move in a languid way. Let pleasure be your password into every intimate part of your life. Allow your life to be less about being productive and more about enjoying each moment with fervor. And a radiant energy will flow through you in all directions of your life. All right, Libra. So this month of March, Spirit wants you to stop and smell the roses. Okay, you've been very busy. You've been very productive trying to get things done. Or maybe you're handling a lot of different things or juggling many different tasks. And Spirit is saying it's time to slow down and stop and be very present in the current moment that you are. So therefore, you can enjoy a little bit of something. You don't always have to take your camera out if you're going to a festival or a concert to blog. you can just simply take that hour and just enjoy that time just specifically for yourself. Nothing wrong with that. I think sometimes we as humans, we can spend too much time trying to do this and trying to do that, and we're not very present. That's why it's called present, because it is a present. It's a gift. We're able to sit down in that moment and enjoy that specific moment, or savor that energy, or enjoy what we are currently experiencing. And Spirit wants you to do that for the month of March. So slow down a little bit, Libra. All right, so Libra, we are going to take a look at your career and see what career and finance has in store for you for the month of March. We're going to take a look at some tarot cards. Okay. All right. Ooh, Libra. Okay, I just got a message here. Fantastic. All right, so we have the Queen of Wands, we have the World, and the Emperor. All right, so some of you are into the occult, okay? This is not negative. Some of you have been really thinking about trying to further your career, whether it's maybe reading more about frequencies and vibrations and manifesting things. Some of you may be casting some spells to maybe get your career to a better place or to receive more money. I do see that here with the Queen of Wands, so don't be shy, Libra. I know what some of you are doing. Some of you may be dabbling in a little bit of magic to get you to where you want to be. And if this is not you with the Queen of Wands energy, Spirit is saying that you're very determined to be where you want to be, and as far as your career or money, okay? So just be mindful of that. You're very determined to get to the place that you want to be. And if you don't have a job, some of you may be dabbling in a little bit of spell work or magic to try to land you that job, okay? Or some alchemy to be able to attract more offers to you. All right, so we have the World card, which is about success, travel, and accomplishments, and cycles, new cycles starting up. So some of you may be working jobs where you're going to be traveling. You may be migrating from place to place or city to city, or even different countries for your work. And you will also be accomplishing great things this month, in the month of March. We also have the Emperor card, which is about stability and power. So please know, Libra, you guys make very good managers, okay? I want you to know that. Don't ever second guess yourself when it comes to leadership, because you are the leader, Libra. You are the scales. You're able to balance things. You're able to see the fairness in things. You're able to see other people's points of view. So please don't talk yourself out of a management position or a position where you're over others, because I feel like you have a very fair, balanced logic and viewpoint of dealing with people and situations. So please take advantage of that, Libra, especially when you have a Libra that is working on a high vibration. You guys can make some amazing managers because you're not bringing much emotion into it. You're really looking at the job itself, but you're also seeing the person or the people that you're dealing with from a holistic approach. So it's not just like you're just looking at it as just the lens of the job, but you're also seeing the people behind it as well, and what their weaknesses and their strengths are, and you're measuring that. So that's a good plus sign to be a Libra, because you guys are very good, and you guys can be very fair and very diplomatic when you need to be. But as far as this month goes, I see some of you gaining positions in management, or thinking about looking into management, or acquiring some stability this month. I think this is fantastic and great for you, Libra. All right, so let's take a look and see what oracle messages are coming out for Libra this month. Okay. Spousal support. Okay, so some of you could be receiving spousal support. Maybe if you're going through a divorce or separation, this can help you a great deal with bills or finances that need to be paid. Some of you could be relying on your spouse to help you out, especially if times are a little bit difficult. We know that the job market is tough at this time. So some of you may be receiving that or looking to receive spousal support. Okay. Oh, okay. So we have the card of nursing. So some of you could be nurses here or thinking about getting into the field of nursing or working as a nurse. That would be a very good field for you to be a nurse manager or to manage other people or be a supervisor. Okay, so I'm seeing some of that for you guys in this field. All right, so we're going to take a look at the Money Moves deck and see what else Spirit has to say. Okay, closed doors. So no good job opportunities. The current job is coming to an end. Start all over again. Okay, so some of you could be experiencing being fired or laid off. Okay, but just know that just because a door closes, this is not always a negative thing. It could be that it needed to close. Maybe the divine closed the doors to you because they felt like the job could be dangerous to you emotionally or health-wise or physically. Or you just weren't very happy with what you were doing, and now Spirit is setting a reset for you. So that way they can open up a new doorway for you. So don't take this as a negative here, okay? So some of you are being laid off or losing your jobs. It could be very difficult and extremely stressful, but just know that God is opening up a new doorway for you, that something from the divine is changing and transforming for you. That's why I said earlier, some of you might be looking into spell work or doing some type of manifestation techniques or mantras to help you out in this department. And some of you are very powerful manifestors here as well. You have alchemic energy. It's almost like the magician. You're able to transform something out of nothing. So don't doubt yourself because you have great leadership skills and qualities, and you can get to the next step. You can make it to the next doorway, okay? So don't think that this is just the end-all be-all with this door closing. All right, so we have wrong decision. Reckless behavior can lead to bad consequences. Think before you act. Okay, so some of you out there, if you've been wondering whether a decision is right or wrong for you, if you worry about it a lot, it may be the wrong decision for you. So don't make a decision that's impulsive. And a lot of times Libras do have problems with making decisions. So weigh the pros and cons before you pull the plug, or you decide to quit a job, or you decide to leave a job, or you decide to make a financial decision that can be very that could mean a lot of things. So please make sure that you're taking your time to really think about something before you make a decision. Okay. And like I said, if you can't come to a decision, then it may just be best not to make a decision until you feel very strongly within your senses, within your spirit, that it is the right decision to make. Because right now we have Mercury in retrograde, and this retrograde's a little bit different than all the others, because the other retrogrades, I believe Neptune is in the picture here, so things can be a little bit dreamy. They can be distorted. So how we view people or situations may not necessarily be correct or accurate. We may be viewing it from a very cloudy lens, or maybe we don't have all the information that we need to make an informed decision about someone or situation. So when that comes around, or when that happens, it's best not to make a decision at all. It's best just to wait it out and let your spirit or let the universe take care of it for you. And like I said, if you are forced to make a decision, pray about it, and also really think about those pros and cons before you make that decision. If the cons outweigh the pros, then don't do it. Or if you feel like it's going to put you in a jeopardizing situation, don't do it. Okay, so really think about it, pray about it. Ask your angels to also guide and help you as well. But as far as finances go, Libra, you're going to be stable. We have the Emperor card here, which is about stability. You're going to be fine. Again, some of your spouses will be helping you. Some of you will be, even though the doors have closed, new doorways will be opening. And it may be time for you to start, you know, doing some alchemic things to try to manifest or try to draw things to you. Because it's easier this year in 2026 with this Magician energy. All right, so let me see what else could be going on with you, Libra. Hi, Michael. Oh, my goodness. Well, awesome, awesome. My brother is also a Libra. It's good to see you, Michael. All right, so I know your grandmother's probably extremely creative, and they love beautiful things. So I'm sure she had a lot of beautiful things in her home, but it's good to see you, Michael. All right, so we have a third party here situation that could be going on with the workplace. Someone else in the picture, competition, triangles, interference, not the full story. Proceed with caution. All right, so this is another warning from Spirit to please proceed with caution about decision making. Now, when we talk about third party, that does not always have to be romantic. A third party could be a situation to where maybe you're thinking about switching jobs, or it could be someone that you could be a coworker that you're not really sure about, that you may have qualms about, or you may not be trusting fully, but you're not accurately seeing the full picture. So please make sure that you're pulling back, that you're not making a judgment based on what you're just seeing, because again, with this energy of Mercury retrograde, it may not be the most accurate description or the most accurate lenses that you're seeing through. So the best thing to do in this case is to not say or do anything, just quietly observe. It was kind of like I had this same situation with, I believe it was Leo and Virgo as well, to just quietly sit back and observe something. Don't jump on it. Don't jump to assumptions or conclusions. Just sit back like a serpent and quietly watch, okay? Because as you watch, the pieces of everything will come together. And then you'll be glad that you didn't jump on it, or you'll be glad that you didn't say anything right at that time. Okay. All right, so the next card that we have is Ghosted. So messages left unread, disappearing act, no closure, just silence, rejection is redirection. So if some of you are job hunting and you have not received a job offer, maybe you've been on multiple interviews, and I've got this on another reading that I did as well. It seems like a lot of people are not receiving responses from employers. So if you have not received a message, again, you may not be receiving all of the information just yet. So try not to get yourself upset. Try not to to jump to conclusions just yet. I feel like some of you will be reached out to, and some of you will get the job. You truly will. And then others, like I said, could be closed doors, but that's okay. We keep pounding and we keep going. We go to the next thing. So just know that that rejection is redirection. It could be a lot of you may have not really liked the job anyways, and it may have not been your thing, but you just kind of applied for it because you needed money, and that's a legitimate, concern, or you just needed something kind of fast, or you're bored, to something to that degree. But some of you will get ghosted this month, but don't jump to conclusions. Don't think, oh, I didn't ace the interview, or I didn't do well, or maybe they just didn't like the color of tie I had on, or the suit, or anything like that. Don't jump to conclusions. Don't, again, you're not seeing the full picture. Keep rolling with the punches, okay? But I feel like a lot of you will still be stable this month. You're gonna be just fine. Know that new doors will reopen for you. I'm gonna pull an extra tarot card for you in regards to this. Okay. All right, the Lovers. Okay. So some of you are going to be faced with the choice And this choice will be long-term. Anytime that we get the Lover's card, it's a card about long-term and choices, choices that can affect us in the long run. Again, that bounces back to the wrong decision card. Please, before you pull the trigger and you make a decision about something, it could have possible long-term effects for you. So the best thing to do if you're not sure about what to do, don't do nothing, okay? And don't do nothing until you have enough information about the situation, or you're very sure, I mean, like you're very sure, you know, that that's the choice that you want to make, because we want to make the right decisions. But you're going to be fine. And you might, like I said, you may get a couple job offers for those that are unemployed. And you've got to make the choice of whether or not I want to pick this job or I want to pick that job. So weigh the pros and cons before you make that decision, okay? Again, going back to the pleasure card, Libra, Spirit wants you to enjoy these times, even if they are difficult, because guess what? This is your life. This is not a movie. This is not a TikTok video or a YouTube video. This is your life. So make sure that you're taking time out to enjoy dinner with your family, or, you know, talking to a friend on a phone, or looking at a beautiful view. Make sure that you're doing something out of your day to enjoy yourself. All right, so that's all that I have as far as career is concerned. Now we're going to be jumping into love. We are going to be looking into Libra love messages. Okay. Ooh, okay. Libra, 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 from what I'm already seeing. We're going to read the cards, though, and see what is going on. Some of y'all are going to meet somebody very hot. All right, I say that because we have the King of Wands here. Okay, so you could be meeting a fire sign this month, single Libras. They could be Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. A person that may be in the entertainment industry, or someone that likes to be in the spotlight. This is also a very sexual person as well that I'm seeing here with the King of Wands. And Libra, we know that you like to you like to get it in, and ain't nothing wrong with that. Let's just be realistic about it here. So I do see here with the King of Wands energy that you're going to be meeting someone that's going to light your fire, and also someone that's a lot of fun here as well. So if your life has been dull, if it's been, you know, without much fun, there's not really much going on here, with the King of Wands energy, you will definitely find someone entertaining around you, okay? We have the Strength card, which also means that you need to show yourself a lot of self-love this month. You need to also empower yourself. So please be kind to yourself this month. I feel like a lot of you have been emotionally or mentally beat up over the past, I'd say, couple of months. I felt like 2025 was hard for a lot of you Libras, because this world is just not making a lot of sense, and everything is changing so rapidly and so fast. So please make sure that you're showing yourself love and kindness, and acceptance, and just being tolerable of yourself. If you're not understanding something, or you're not getting something, especially if it's in the love department, please just show yourself some gratitude, and just know that you're going to make it, and that because you're very sociable. You know, Libras love to have lots of friends. They love to have fun times, be intimate. And if you're not receiving that, that can be very difficult. But just know that this too shall pass, and this will not last always. But a lot of you are going to be meeting somebody that's going to be fun, charismatic. Even if it's not a long-term relationship, it will help get you over the hump, or over the difficult time that you may be experiencing. So we move into Three of Pentacles. So we have the Three of Pentacles, which is about teamwork and cooperation. So some of you could be meeting someone through your job. and you know, I see some of you teaming up with somebody or partnering with somebody, or just, you know, simply just having some sort of connection with somebody. It may not necessarily be romantic, but it could be a connection that can carry you through until you get to the next step here. All right, so I'm just curious, Libra, what kinds of people are you going to be bumping into besides fire signs? So we're going to be pulling some cards here. Okay, so we have the critic. Oh, Lord, Libra. I don't know if y'all want to deal with that. Okay, so this person could be Virgo, Sun, Moon, or Rising that you could be dealing with, or Aries, Sun, Moon, or Rising. All right, but anybody can be a critic, but I'm just saying, you know. But all right, so we have the movie show critic, can be picky, highlights faults in others, can project own inner anger, able to see both sides of issue, evaluates and analyzes data. All right, so you could be dealing with a person that is the critic. So I don't see that connection lasting very long. If somebody's overly critical, life is hard enough. All right, now the next person that you could be meeting is the builder. Works in construction, a handyman, outdoor work, electrician, mechanic, builds homes, buildings, and the job can be dangerous. So this person's very good with their hands. They're very physical, Libra. I think you'll like that a lot. So, and this could be a male or female, but somebody that's interested in building and making things. Okay. All right, and we have the counselor. So psychologist, psychiatrist, mental health counselor, high level of empathy, good at holding space, may take on clients' issues, natural empath. All right, so some of you could be dealing with someone that is very healing, someone that likes to do healing on others, whether it's mental or emotional, spiritual. This person could like to deal with people on an emotional level to help them through their struggles or problems or issues. So you could be meeting someone that works in that profession as well. All right, so let us see here. What other messages are for Libra? Okay. Okay. Gonna pull a card here and see what else for the singles. And if this resonates or a prediction comes true, please don't forget to comment. I love updates, you guys. Okay, so Spirit is saying for you single Libras to level up. Okay, it's glow up season. So outgrowing certain people and places, stepping into your next version. Not everyone can come. So Libra, some of you will be glowing up. Some of you will be making changes. Some of you will be getting to the next level. And this could be mentally, emotionally, physically. Some of you are really, really into reinvention. That's the word that Spirit just whispered to me, reinvention. And that fits in perfectly with what we're experiencing right now. Pluto is in Aquarius. So a lot of people will be transforming in certain areas of their life, whether it's career, finance, or love. You may be getting new partners. You may be taking on new career avenues. You may be meeting new people. You may be transforming your whole life. And so Spirit is saying, Libra, it is time to level up. So if you've been dating terrible people or people that put you down, or they're just not showing up when you need them to, Spirit is saying it's time to get rid of those people, cut them out of your life, and level up, Libra. Okay? So what beautiful messages Spirit has for the single. So some of you could be meeting somebody, and some of you could just be enjoying your own company, but also leveling up this month for the month of March. All right, so I want to see, we're going to look at, that's all I have for the singles, for the no contact, people that are experiencing no contact situations. Okay. Why are they no contact, Spirit? Okay. Why are they no contact? So if you're dealing with a no contact situation, it could be that this person just stopped corresponding with you, or it could be that maybe you stopped corresponding with them. All right, so the first card that we have is the Fixing Them card. So you can't fix someone. They have to want change, accept them, or let them go. Okay, so you could be dealing with somebody that maybe was a little bit of a project for you. Maybe they were emotionally unavailable, or they had some things that they needed to work on, and you were helping this person. And it could be vice versa. It could be maybe you were dealing with somebody that wanted to change things about you, and you just made the decision to cut the cord and be like, you know what, I am me, and you just have to accept me for who I am, flaws and all. I'm not trying to change you, so I don't really like the idea of you trying to change me. So some of you could be dealing with that. That could be one of the reasons why you're in a no contact situation. Okay, let's see what other reason could be out here. Being needy. Ooh, okay. Make friends and spend time by yourself to take the pressure off your relationships. Okay, Libra. All right, and this can go either way. Just be honest with yourself. Are you being too needy? Could that be a reason why someone has made the decision to cut off? Or vice versa. They could also be too needy. You know, someone that's too clingy or wants to be the center of attention all the time can be very emotionally exhausting and taxing. So if you're dealing with someone like that, that could be the reason why there is no contact. I have dealt with people like that, and that can be extremely tiring, because they want you to answer the phone 24/7. They want you to be with them 24/7. You know, you always have to reassure them all the time. Oh, you're beautiful, you're handsome, you're this, you're that, you've got this going on. And if somebody's insecure about themselves, that can be extremely difficult to deal with, and very draining and very taxing. You want to be dealing with somebody, of course, none of us are perfect, but you at least want to deal with somebody that is feels pretty good about themselves, you know, feels pretty confident, and you don't have to constantly keep reminding this person all the damn time about how beautiful or smart they are. So some of you could be dealing with situations like that. Let me see if you guys will reconnect. If you want to reconnect, like I said, it's up to you. You got closed doors up here, so there could be some of you that may be deciding to close those doors and keep those doors closed. All right, so we have the King of Cups. Yeah, I feel like somebody, your no contact, could be getting in touch with you. And you may talk to this person again. You may make the decision to either unblock this person, or you may see them somewhere. So some of you may be talking to the no contact person. Maybe you felt like wires got crossed or something, or maybe they just want to reach out to you. So some of you will be getting in touch with the no contact person, or they'll be getting in touch with you. Okay. But again, you've got decisions to make, Libra. So it's up to you. If you want to level up, like we did in for the reading for the singles, it may be time to cut the cord and cut those people loose that are just too draining and just using up too much energy. And negative too, very negative. That could be very hard to deal with. All right, so that's all that I have for no contact. So we are going to be looking for married Libras or Libras that are in relationships. We're going to be looking at the energy to see what is going on in March. Okay. And if you're new and you're tuning in, welcome to the show. I do weekly live readings every week. Usually individual messages, but I just started doing collective messages again because I felt the need to. I felt like it's time for some collective messages to get out there. I feel like people need them, and it will resonate with someone or a lot of people. All right, so let's see what is going on for married Libras or Libras that are in relationships. Either one. Okay. Ooh, okay. Beautiful, beautiful energy, Libra. This is a good month for you if you're married or in a relationship. We have Two of Cups, which is about harmony, emotional exchanges, and relationships, or exchanging of hearts or emotion. and cooperations and partnerships. So this looks very favorable for those of you that are in relationships. This is a pretty good time. And we also have 2 of Pentacles here as well. So choices, balances, again, partnerships. So it feels like a lot of you are trying to find the balance in your relationship. I see some of you with the 7 of Pentacles have invested a lot of time, energy, or love into these connections. And I feel like the relationship is worth salvaging and saving here. So Spirit says it's best to work on moderation and balance, okay? So please make sure that you're taking time out to spend with each other. Time, excuse me. Time to care for one another. Okay. Excuse me. Okay, so some of you could be in an unbothered energy. I'll be right back. I'm going to get some water. Okay, I'm back. As you can see, I'm telling the truth about this being live and uncensored here. Okay. Woo, these allergies are kicking my tail. Okay. So we have the card of unbothered. So not reacting to nonsense. Peace is the flex. So some of you are having to choose peace in your relationships, especially if a person is causing you, if they like to argue or if they like to bring things up from your past. You're making the choice to stay unbothered. And this could also be people surrounding your energy, Libra, that may not want to see you with your mate or your boyfriend or girlfriend or husband or wife. They may be jealous of your energy. So Spirit is saying just remain unbothered, okay? Protect your peace at all costs. Excuse me, everyone. I'm so sorry. Okay. All right, so we have the card of truth revealed. So I feel like some of you are going to be, and this is not so much with your mate. I feel like there is someone around you that is surrounding your relationship. This can be a family member or friend that's going to reveal the truth about who they are and how they feel about your relationship. But Spirit says you need to remain unbothered. Okay, so some of you may be dealing with somebody that may not like your mate or like your lifestyle. That's perfectly okay. Just know that it's you and yours, and it's your business, and how you want to deal with your life and what you want to do is how you want to deal with it. just remain unfazed and just know that you have got to live your life the way that you see fit. And if other people don't like who you married, or they don't like who you're with, or it could be vice versa, maybe they don't like you, just know that you just need to focus on your own needs and don't worry about them. Just keep plowing ahead, and you know for yourself whether this person's right for you. You know, I see some of you may have gotten backlash. Maybe your family or friends said, well, don't marry this person, or don't get in a relationship with this person. They're going to ruin your life, or they're not right for you. But on the inside, you know that they are. You see them for who they truly are. And just because your family and friends and other people don't see that, or they can't see that, does not mean that they're not right for you. They're not right for them, but it's the right situation for you. So just know that you may find out some people may show or reveal their true colors this month, or you may see their mask drop off about your relationship or the connection that you have with someone, that they're unhappy about it or they don't like it. Okay, so just know that that could happen for you, Libra, but you're going to be totally fine. Stick with your guns and stay with who you want to be with, okay? Don't allow that to stop you or avoid you from being in the relationship that you feel is right in your soul, that this person's right for you, okay? So I see some of you going through that. All right, so that's what I have for the love sector for Libra. We're going to be taking a look at some overall messages to see what else lays in store for you, Libra, this month. Okay, so we have 3 of Cups. All right, Libra, so some of you could be going to a party, a community event, or a celebration out with friends or family or coworkers. I see some of you being invited to some type of social event. And I see you having fun and enjoying yourself. It's been a while since some of you have been out. And I feel like it's necessary for you to kind of get your social wings out there and just kind of enjoy yourself. So don't let nothing stop you. And we have the Knight of Pentacles. And the Knight of Pentacles is about hard work and expansion. So some of you are thinking about building ideas or dreams or expanding your vision about what you want as far as your career or finances are concerned. Keep those ideas coming. Keep those ideas coming. And again, just remain in that unbothered energy. It's best. I kind of feel like it's best for you not to tell someone if you have an idea or a business before they shoot it down. Just kind of keep it to yourself until you're ready to execute that idea. Yeah, I feel like you can an idea that you have could bring you to a new business. It could be a side hustle. It could be something that really benefits your life. So don't don't put your idea out there or tell anyone, to people that you're not sure about or people that you feel will put you down until you're ready to execute that idea or execute the idea. So just know that could be happening for you as well. All right, so we have the card of the Snake. Oh, damn. Okay, so competition, enemy, the other woman, look over your shoulder. We were just talking about that. Remember, I was just telling you to be careful about who you put your ideas out to. Also, for the married or Libras that are in relationships, please be sure that, excuse me, that you don't share too much of your life and be too over-trusting. The Snake card is here for a reason. So somebody is jealous of you or envious of you. because it feels like you have an easier lifestyle than they do, or you attract more people than they do, or they just simply don't like your energy because you're very upbeat and very high vibrational. So please be on the lookout for this energy. Again, as I was saying at the beginning of the reading, before you strike or make an assumption, just keep things to yourself. Slide like the snake, as I said earlier, in silence. Okay. We'll pull out some self-care cards and then a few more messages before we end. Excuse me, everyone. I have got a cold or something. Now I'm trying to make my way through it. All right, we got movement. So some of you do need to move. Going to the gym, taking a dance class. Positive affirmations. So again, say your affirmations. And connect with fire. Okay. Whether this is a bonfire or lighting a candle, it may be good for you to get yourself grounded back out in nature and connect with fire, because fire is a cleanser. Okay. So make sure that you do connect with fire. All right. So we're going to pull out your last few messages. Excuse me, everyone. I apologize, you guys. Okay, wait a minute. Not that one. I don't want that one. I want the last one. And I just had it here just a few minutes ago. Okay. I know you were just here. Makes me feel like I don't went nuts. There it is. Okay. Hello, Kim. Hello. My brain has left. Okay, so the final messages for you this month, Libra, are: when you hold on to the past, it stops you from living in the present. Release any old hurts or worries or regrets. Commit to being in the here and now. Forgive yourself for where you think you may have been wrong. You deserve inner peace. Let it go. Okay, Libra. Let something go. And again, be in the present, as we said earlier in the reading. Spirit is really, really confirming that for you. That's a very important message for you, Libra. Be in the now. Don't be in the past. Don't be in the future. Be in the now. All right, so our last message of the night: no matter what happens, no matter how far you seem to be away from where you want to be, never stop believing that you will somehow make it. Have an unrelenting belief that things will work out, that the long road has a purpose. All right, so I'm feeling and sensing a heavy energy with you, Libra. You've been wondering, am I going to make it? Okay, am I going to make it? How am I going to make it through? What's going to happen? Don't overthink. Just live in the now. Okay, just live in the now. Be appreciative of the now. Grateful for the now. And what will happen as the days go on, take it each day at a time, the Spirit's going to guide you daily on what to do. Okay? And I think a lot of us are there, especially in the times that we're living in, because we wonder from day to day, what is going to happen? You know, so much going on in the world every day. What is going to happen? But you know what? We wake up every day and we seem to make it every day. So try not to think too far in advance in the future or worry too much. And that can be challenging sometimes, because I don't want to seem like I'm being too positive or being toxically positive. But I do want you to know that Spirit does want you to enjoy yourself now, okay? And just take it step by step. And then when you look back a month from now or 6 months from now or a year from now, you'll see that you made it. And there is progress also with making it. Even if it's just living day to day, you're making it. And that's progress. So look at it that way. All right, Libra. So thank you so much for taking the time out to listen to me. I got to take an allergy pill or something. But thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe button. And hopefully I'll feel a lot better on the next video. So you guys take care, and thank you so much for tuning in today, and be blessed. Bye-bye.